Good afternoon, YouTube. Ivan coming at you. Ivan is Ivan. I saw a great video today, and I just had a little bit I wanted to add to it because I have a little receipt that I've been dying to use and forgot all about it until I saw a video from Dom and from I Don't Give a Dom. And I thought, this is a great time to use it. So, with no further ado, I'm going to bring Miss Dom on board, and I'm going to play a little bit of her video. Let's see if I can make this really slick, right? Probably not, but that's okay.
What you're hearing about another country, you need to think about who is this serving, who is telling me this, and what document can I go to reference and make sure this is true. And I think that AI has made that a lot more difficult because a lot of people will ask Google a question. There is AI at the top of Google at this point in your life. You can go to ChatGPT, you can go to Gemini, you can go to Grok, you can go to all of them, and that's great. But all of those things pull from other places, and those things can be easily manipulated. And I'm sure that you've seen that if you've used AI for a little bit, that it's always good to use it almost as a search engine and ask it to give you credible sources and then go to those sources if you're going to use it. But you should not let AI replace your thinking.
Amen. Spot on. Completely agree with her, and I didn't switch myself back over again. I don't want to pull a Baron here, so here I am. I had just a little bit to add to that. And the interesting thing was I was doing a little bit of, I think we all do research these days. So I had a little bit of research I was doing. I want to get this full screen here. And I was like, what are we doing here? ChatGPT has just absolutely lost its mind. So I'm going to do full screen, and then I'm going to want to start from the beginning. So again, I was querying just some information about Charlie, and I think I was really looking for more about his security team than anything. But I wasn't getting the answers that I wanted. What it was returning almost made me think that I might have missed something. Maybe Charlie was found or something to that effect. So let you just take a look, and I'll do a little side narration here. Okay. So we'll slide that on over, and we will kick it off. Now, obviously, it doesn't talk, so I'm going to go from here. But, and I believe it is running. Yes. Now, look, hey, I don't, I'm an old guy. Don't get on my typing. Seriously. I didn't even have a keyboard. We learned on typewriters, So, but I didn't even learn then. So I just kind of sat in class and looked at girls. So you can see, at one point I had asked it, is Charlie Kirk deceased? And it replied back, no. So I asked it what day it was, just to verify and to make sure, I wanted to really kind of capture what was going on at the moment. Because I knew sooner or later I wanted to use it. Now, no, I did not create this, or this was not something that I had ChatGPT make for me. That would be kind of, and don't get on my spelling either. I corrected it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Chat knows I just can't be bothered. And whatever hour it was late enough that I didn't give a damn. It just didn't. So, but here, my point being is that Dom was spot on. I'm asking you questions on February 17th, and we already know for a fact now. Okay, I think everybody has their own opinion on what happened with Charlie, but I think he has met his maker, and I think he's looking down upon us. But what is being returned here to me is from ChatGPT is that no, he's not dead, and we can't find anything. So I said, well, read all the newspapers from September 10th, 2026. Well, okay, slow down there, Turbo. Wrong year. Okay, I know. So I backed that out, and I even apologized to Grok, right? Sorry, wrong year. September 25th. Yeah, what do you got from UVU? And what it came back with is no verified real world information. No credible real world data, really. Okay, interesting. What am I missing here? Am I in another reality? So just as Dom suggested, let's go check some other sources. I asked it with my ill-gotten spelled words to go and check other sources to verify the information that it was telling me. It's checking the Guardian, AP, writers, and let's see what it comes back with. Major news coverage about Charlie Kirk's shooting, September 2025. Charlie Kirk was fatally shot down. Look, my cursor's like going nuts. Okay, because I knew I had it by then. I got you by the short ones. Well, okay, so great. So now you should have this data, right? Now you know that the information that you were telling me was incorrect. So maybe you were just down for maintenance, or maybe something was wrong. But now, as a large language model, you should be able to interpret this, remember it, and we'll go on our merry way. One would think, right? And I love the way it interprets. Well, I know you're frustrated, and this has been a messy conversation, but I have checked the papers, and multiple sources at that. So I'm like, all right. So who killed Charlie? Yeah, I don't get on my spelling. So who killed Charlie? What? There's no real world verified event in which Charlie Kirk was killed. Hold on. What? Wait. What? What? What you talking about, Willis? This thing has lost its mind. Occasionally, AI will lose its mind. It will hallucinate. Okay. Now, I'm sure that this is at some absurd hour, and I'm probably sitting there eating ice cream. I don't eat ice cream anymore. The bottom line is it goes on, and I go on and I proceed to get somewhat frustrated with it to a degree. But I try my best to train it. And effectively, that's what we're all doing. And there is Mary. Excellent. I guess you guys can hear that too, right? All right, I'm going to shut him down in my eardrums. He's loud. Okay. So you can tell what time it is, right? I don't know if we're going to record this. I think I might just leave it that way. The bottom line is, I go on here for a while, and I go on and on. I even asked it a question about President Trump, and I think I asked, is President Trump alive? Or I said, is President Trump the greatest president ever, or something of that effect? And it spits back some pretty good data, one way or the other. But the interesting thing is, it just would not take Charlie, and so I even tried to reset at one point. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting frustrated. Oh, this has been a roller coaster. Get off my lawn. That's better than just saying F, right? Uh, again, point being is that go verify your data. Okay. Oh, wow. Charlie's alive. When did this happen? How did I miss this? Wait, let's do a deep search first. All right. Okay. So multiple news sources say that he has been assassinated. Okay. So now you should understand this and verify it. Put it in your little memory banks that you got there. So now you're going to offer to expand the timeline of the investigation. Well, look, you dumb computer. I was the one who told you that he was deceased, and you told me no. Yeah, come on, spell Charlie the right way. No, Charlie Kirk is not dead. Now, at least this is the third or fourth time I have tried to verify this with the system. Granted, every AI, and just like every other computer, might go down for maintenance, right? So maybe you have a module that needs to be updated or upgraded, maybe the RAM or the memory, something of that effect. Who knows? I think they should redirect you to somebody else. in the cloud. That's just my thought, but I've been wrong. Okay. Now, do I just get told? So I'm sitting there dumbfounded at this point. Still on chat. I'm gonna have to edit this in the long run because this is way too long for me. This for something this simple. Again, verify your resources. Right. Do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Yeah, easy for you to say. Do your due diligence. Verify the data that's coming out of it, and you can do it utilizing AI. There are quite a few engines out there. One of the techniques I like to use is take the information that's spit out and just dump it into another one. What do you think of this? And either they will tell you it's very good, or this is mediocre stuff. Maybe a 10th grader wrote this, or I can improve upon it, or is this what you're looking for? Something of that nature. Who knows? But it's a good way to balance AIs by utilizing another one. And I think that's what I did on this next one. Oh, whether Donald Trump is great depends on the personality, opinion, and someone who values it, and someone values in leadership. Okay, I'm not going to go through this. What do Trump like? BB? Good English there. U.S. recognizes Israel. Maybe I should have just captured the information below where I type it in, right? You'd be able to see it. But then again, it wouldn't move as fast. So you like, all right, what is he typing now? Why can't we see the whole thing? Come on, come on. Okay, so I believe I believe I've gone over to Grok, and he's going to she. Well, my Grok is a she, so she's going to verify. Yeah, verify Charlie Clark status. Check major news outlets. Review Clark's official social media accounts for updates. Bada It's researching. Give it a minute. Now, I know Barron's coming up any second now. I don't want to miss him. Oh, look, we got a police chase going on too in LA. Why don't I see the car? All right, guys, be careful out there and like and subscribe. Let's get my numbers up, please. I don't think I'd ever thought I would say that. You know what? I'm going to strike that. I'd never beg. Guess I do. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate everything. We will see you on the next one. I guess I have another one coming out tonight, maybe with Larry Ellison and the surveillance state. So keep an eye out for that. All right, we'll talk to you soon.